My video, and this is my rants. So I have a special guest with us today. Not special because this is my first video, but Tambra, will you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, I am Tambra.
You sound like an AI robot.
I am a part of this.
No, you're not. You're just here as a guest.
Yes, but I will be here for a while.
She's a guest.
No, I'm not.
Anyway,
I will be here every now and then.
I know where that slap sound. I definitely did not just murder somebody. Okay, anyway, so these are my rants. Basically, I get this urge to rant about random things. And so I decided to record myself. And why not just post it, see how it goes. Anyway, so I thought I would go on about the hierarchy today. But not in prison or like normal hierarchy. But like the parent and child hierarchy. And how I think parents should learn how to treat their kids. What do you think? Do you have any questions yet, or what do you think about that?
Yet.
All right, so what do you think about the hierarchy overall, though? Oh, it's okay to ask questions out loud.
What is
The hierarchy. All right, so what the hierarchy is basically is like the top dog is the president, and then there's people under him, and then under those guys are other guys. So let's do the COO corporation. So we have the warden, the human counselor, the person that like runs the place, like the side, like the assistant warden. We have the humans counselor, human resources counselor, which basically controls all the money, finances, and everything else that goes on. And then we have the the counselors, which just take care of the things overall. And then we have COs, which are just policemen that take care of the prisoners and see what they're doing and make sure they're in line. And then we have the prisoners, which are at the bottom. For another example, we have slavery. We have bourgeois, which are just rich people. We have the workers, which are slaves, but they're still like in a low category. Then we have the slaves, which are at the bottom, of course, which are like back in the day, which is terrible. What do you think about, now tell me what you think about the hierarchy overall. Like the boss is like at the top of the chain, most likely.
I think they would
It's like the alpha.
I think they would most likely, if they are mean to them, which I don't know if they are or aren't. If they are, then I think they should stop doing that. And
Do you need me to explain more?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so-
don't know everything.
I had a rant recently where I got into a bathtub and I felt like, because I was just started watching Orange is the New Black, and I had to rant about like the hierarchy.
Also, what do we have to tell them? This account is for everyone, and they can ask any questions
yeah.
that they want.
So you can
feel
This is
comfortable
my
here.
account. Okay, so we accept any ages as long as you're not an old man. Like, you could be an old person that is like listening to our podcast or whatever, but we're perfectly fine with whatever age you are. As long as you're not creepy, perverted, or any of that, we're pretty much fine with it.
It can be any gender, any sexuality.
Any race, we don't really care who you are as long as you're a kind, nice person, and you can ask any questions you want about us, our age, our names. Some we might not feel comfortable revealing some of it, but we will answer your questions one way or another. Okay, so as I was saying, I wanted to rant about the hierarchy with parents and children. So at the top of it, obviously, is the parents, but we want to like, we're probably just gonna have to add more background. But anyway, so we basically at the top of the hierarchy is parents. But sometimes some parents are more stronger than the other parent. Like in my house, I would say my mom's like the top dog. Because she's
the
like
top alpha.
Because my dad passed away and my brother's dad really isn't in the picture, and my stepdad's just there most of the time.
Yeah, for mine, I would say the same because my dad is divorced my mom, and my dad is not really that type to do that
Yeah,
much.
but I have a question for you. What about like at your dad's household? Who do you would say was like in charge? Like your dad or Carrie?
I would say
Or Carrie's her stepmother, by the way. They got married.
no.
They want to get married.
Yeah, they're getting
But-
married soon. But like,
So they're engaged.
but I would say my dad doesn't own the house, and she says more to what to do, and he follows the rules of her.
Just so he's basically like the underdog and Carrie's like at the top of the hierarchy.
because we.
Okay, but can I ask you another question?
Yes.
If that's you don't have to answer this if you feel uncomfortable. I just wanted to ask this question.
Yes.
Does Carrie overall like run the house? Does she like tell your dad what to do? Does your dad just let her talk to you guys however she wants? Does
Mainly, but she like I got my new hoverboard for Christmas.
Yeah.
She told him that I can't ride in the house because there's too much to be broken, and he follows the rules of that.
Well, can I? No, I'm not backing her up or anything, but I would say that would make sense because if things cost money and you don't want to spend too much money on certain things, and if you still believe in Santa Claus, yeah, Santa made them, but it still costs money.
Yeah,
I still believe in Santa. Shut your mouth.
I know.
Anyway,
Me too.
so I would say that's quite wrong because she's not related to you guys like in any way possible.
Yeah.
It's not like you know how your mom isn't related to your sister.
Yeah, she says that her son is my stepbrother, even though they're not engaged.
Yeah, if I don't like a certain person, I would never say that if I don't like a person and they were supposed to be my family and they're like done really bad to me like he has, isn't he trans?
No.
Is the daughter trans? Because I'm pretty sure
She's non-binary.
she's not binary. Wasn't she trans a while back though?
No.
Oh,
I
think I got it mixed up.
Her name used to be
their
Diamond, but now she
name.
wants to be called Oran.
So Oran is like, isn't Diamond like a slutty name? No wonder they wanted to change their name. But Diamond is a pretty name overall if you shine like one. But didn't they do like a whole bunch of bad things towards you?
They said stuff about me, but
We don't want to talk about that. That's in
Yeah.
the past.
yeah, that's in the past.
Anyway,
And
so-
plus, I don't want to reveal too
Let's
much
continue with
about
the hierarchy and not stop creating this as a therapy session.
this. Yeah.
We'll do that later. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to start with my household, and then you can do your two households.
Okay.
So my dad passed away when I was 9. So I don't really have a father when it comes down to it. My stepdad, he could be like a father figure, but this is his rules. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean I have to respect you or your boundaries or anything like that, which is quite uncomfortable. I would think that he should learn how to respect people's boundaries, and you have to earn people's trust and earn their respect, and you have to respect them back. If you want to be treated a certain way, you got to treat that person the way you want to be treated.
If you respect your elders, they have to respect you too.
It does.
It's the way that you treat
to me.
them is the way they're gonna treat you.
Yeah, but you know Judy, that lives with you.
Yes.
She took over your room, but
I know.
I have no problem with Judy overall. She took care of my dad when he really needed help. I not love, but I trust Judy overall. She's a nice person. She's kind. She helped us a lot when we were selling things. So I have no problem against her. She's a good person. She's just lonely. She's just a lonely old lady that needs friends. And I understand that. But she needs to learn her boundaries. You remember that one time she said that thing to your brother? I don't remember what she said, but your mom got really mad about it. She cussed at him.
She cussed at him.
But your brother
told him to shut the F up.
Yeah, but your brother, I feel like that was your brother's
I don't think
fault.
we're allowed to cuss on this channel.
We're not cussing.
No, this is family friendly, basically.
Yeah, because what's your brother, Daniel, well, your brother should respect her boundaries too. He kept talking over top of her. She's done a lot for us, and I feel like he should respect her more.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about mine now.
I'm not done. I'm not done with mine.
You're not?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I was just
sorry.
answering a question you asked. Anyway, so that was creepy. Anyway, so I wanted to say about my household. My mom's definitely the top dog. She gives all the orders. She definitely gives all the orders around here. Like, but she would send my stepdad to go do things, which is quite aggravating. I feel like she should do it for herself most of the time. But when she does do it, it's actually scarier than when my stepdad does it. Is it just a mom thing, or because she's like, clean this room right now? It's just so much more scarier when your mom does it because you're not used to it. Because you're like, they love you and they gave birth to you and they want to like care for you, but you gotta respect people's boundaries. It's like I got in trouble, I got grounded, I got my phone taken away from me recently because they read my messages. That's private. They shouldn't read my messages. I know it's a parent thing and you get worried, but that you just ask questions then. Like, I don't lie most of the time, and my stepdad always like blames me on lying. Like, my brother was lying about me sticking out the middle finger at him because I told him he couldn't hang out with me right then. And he believed my brother over me, and Andrew always lies. So it's aggravating. And anyway, let's get back to the hierarchy. We keep getting off track.
But I have to talk about my house,
We
too.
will, I promise.
You told me that I could talk about my house.
We will.
Okay.
So my mom gives all the orders. My stepdad just follows the orders. And then at the bottom of the food, and then it's me. I babysit my brothers every now and then, but I feel like I should treat them better overall. My brother's lovely and all they want to do is hang out with me, but I have to watch them so often. They're always so bad. They always like ruin my stuff and everything, so it gets aggravating and I get aggravated at them, and like I have my own emotions I deal with, like I have anger issues, so I have to like. So I would say Mom, Wayne, me, Andrew, Junior, because Junior's at the bottom of that line. We treat him. My mom likes him a lot, but me and my brothers are quite jealous of that. Well, my youngest brother. Anyway, so my mom needs to learn how to take care of her own problems because I feel like she does a lot, yes, and she needs to rest, but when it comes down to it, she shouldn't just tell other people to do that because then we're like blaming Wayne for all this, but meanwhile she's over there. And when she does get in fights with my wait, there's a new episode. But when they do get into fights, she always blames Wayne and she doesn't take control of her problems and what she did. And she's like, so when they got in a fight, I honestly took Wayne's side of this fight, my stepdad's side of this fight, and I don't really like him a lot. And he's like, he didn't really do anything wrong this time. He does get a little too weird about it. Like, Andrew was doing something wrong. He yelled at him for it. That was so good. And my mom yelled at him for doing what she told him to do. He just takes it a little too far. Anyway, it's your turn. What do you think?
Oh, well, I think that's kind of sad that you get yelled at for no reason. That
I never said anything about that. I was talking about Wayne.
Oh, well, your stepdad. I think it's sad that your brothers lie on you.
They do.
And that your mom believes them more than you because...
No, not my mom, but Wayne. But you should honestly listen. Anyway, so we're talking about your house now.
Yeah. So, my mom's house, really, I have my brother, mainly my uncle, and then...
Can I say a few things real quick?
Yes, you can.
She's my best friend, so I know a lot about her. So her house is made of her mom, her uncle, her brother, Judy, and AJ's mostly there, and then we have Jessie. Yeah, so she's a lot of people in her small house.
Yeah, but we're not names.
Well, what do we call them?
Brother, my aunt, my uncle, my other uncle. brother, mom.
We're not calling him your uncle because they're
Apparently not related to me, but
ew. No, absolutely not. Just call him AJ. It's fine.
Okay.
That's not his actual name anyway.
Yeah, it is.
It isn't. He has like a full name, but he prefers to be called AJ.
Okay. So mainly my my brother mainly is like,
who would you say is like at the top of your hierarchy in your house?
oh, my mom, definitely.
Because she runs everything. She could probably destroy everyone in that house.
She was getting ready to get another job because
She shouldn't do that. She
but she didn't. She just worked
because
at her
of
own
your
job.
dad, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
But when my mom said that, he said whenever she wasn't there, because she was just going to work when I was with my dad. But when I was with her, she was going to do some work too. My dad
Because of,
threatened to get me
Is
while
that
she was
because
at work.
is that because she wanted to get a new house due to the
Yes.
amount of people in the house you have now?
Yes. But, so my other house, my dad's house, which is my dad's girlfriend, her daughter's at college, mainly. Her son, that's me, and then my sister.
Can we just focus on your mom's household for now?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Can you answer them, please?
Yes.
So, top of your
like to do
hierarchy.
that.
Who's at the top of your hierarchy in your house? Like the top boss.
I just said my mom.
Who is the second place? I would say it was your brother.
Yeah, because he usually is the tallest.
He's stronger. He's stronger than your dad.
He's taller than my mom.
Didn't your mom go to jail for 6 months? And your Uncle Danny, which is your brother's dad, who did a lot of bad things towards your brother, like abuse and all that. And so your brother got through puberty and now is no longer scared of him. But they're still living together.
I just don't like to talk about my mom going to that place.
Do you feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
I'm sorry about that, but can I continue?
Yes, you can continue.
We're not talking about your mom. We're saying what your daddy did to your brother.
My brother while she was
We're
there.
not going to talk about the abuse or anything, but he's older now and he's mad and he's going through puberty. He's having mood swings, so he hates his dad.
Yeah, he's taller than his dad. He sometimes gets along with his dad,
So,
but mainly doesn't.
This is how I know your brother's second place in the hierarchy, because he's scared of your mom, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all,
My mom can put him.
second of all, I remember this one time when Daddy said the wrong thing towards me and made me be like, excuse you, which is like not in a rude way because he's older than me. Like he was disrespectful towards me, and he didn't really like my dad like that. So him like doing this towards me because of my dad and everything is like wrong, because it's not my fault about what my dad did. I couldn't control him. It's not my fault.
He mainly talked about the time that you were wearing makeup and he wanted you to take it off because your mom. If you don't want to talk about that, you just tell
No,
me.
it's fine with me.
But he told you to take it off, but it was just makeup.
And I was yelling at it. I wasn't
it was just makeup.
I wouldn't say
it wouldn't do anything to you.
I wouldn't say I was being disrespectful, but what goes on with me and my mom is none of his business. Because my mom was mad because I was wearing purple lipstick to school.
And she thought it was black.
She thought it was black because of Daddy. He told her that it was black and I shouldn't be wearing it to school, which is really none of his business.
I mean, it's really not. It's
really like doesn't matter what
like it
I wear to
doesn't do
school.
anything in school. Like it's just makeup. All you do is wear it, and then like
it is not really. There's a million other kids in that. There's 800 other. There's 799 other kids in that school. Why would they focus on what I'm wearing?
my elementary school even lets us wear makeup.
Yeah, exactly. But I have to be under control of this dude that I don't barely know him, but he has no right to do this to me.
Yeah.
And your brother was getting pissed off, so he was like, I watched that's pretty good. So he was like, you shouldn't talk to my cousin like this, or whatever. And he
he told me to stop defending you because you were wearing makeup. It's like, just makeup, bro.
Yeah, it was
And-
aggravating because you were defending me because of like
It's makeup.
it's wrong for him to be yelling at me like that.
It's
Like
makeup.
if my dad was still there, he would probably be like, "It's fine. She's just wearing makeup."
He's not mainly related to you
He's-
that
he's-
much.
He's not even related to me.
So why would he even worry about you?
It's nice for him to worry about me and all that, but I think he should like look at his boundaries.
Yeah, he should take the
Especially
boundaries
because of what
too.
he did when because I lived there. I knew what happened because I was lived there. Like most of the time you were gone and your mom was in prison. It was traumatizing. Like this is why I have like this grudge against Danny because I was there too. I see what he did to Daniel.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
My mom was asleep though.
Yeah, but also, I'm gonna talk about my other house now.
No,
because
we're not done.
We mainly talked about.
And then
this
after
house.
it's you, I would say Danny's at the end of the hierarchy. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because he did this one thing.
What would you think that AJ was? And Jesse.
Jesse's like
And my aunt.
above Daniel. He's like she's probably the second, if anything.
No. Like the third or something.
Because she's in charge of you sometimes, but she knows her boundaries. She's a
Yeah.
pretty kind person. And AJ, I don't mean to be rude, but he's definitely not up there. He's like right next to Danny at the bottom.
He's like the second to last.
Second to last.
Probably.
But our parents are not allowed to listen to this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
About my other house.
now your other house, go ahead.
So I would say mainly my dad's girlfriend is at the top. I would say my dad's next. I would say I'm at the bottom, basically. So mainly,
Especially because that is abusive and a toxic household for you, right?
yeah. So mainly, all I do there is like ride my hoverboard whenever my dad goes out. I mainly don't
question.
go outside.
Is there anything, did they call you like a chubby pea something before? Because
Let's just not
We're not
say
gonna
that
talk
word. Let's
not-
just say they were like saying stuff about me.
mentally abusing
Her daughter, her son really doesn't care.
her child, we're just gonna call it, because we might hate that person, but we're not going to disrespect their gender identity.
Yeah. So they child and her boy child.
Her son, her child. There's a difference.
Her son, her child.
No, let's just not get into this. Her child. What else?
So
They.
they were like, her child was like saying stuff about me.
Being very rude.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we should just get to the hierarchy part. We're not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
You know,
because I mainly talked about both my houses.
Let's just talk about the hierarchy and shush about. So, top hierarchy. Carrie.
Yes.
Second place, your dad.
Yes.
Her daughter. Her son. I mean, her child. Her
Yes.
son. You. You're at the end of that hierarchy. Oh, and Cassidy is probably right next to you.
Cassidy's like,
We are not going to refer to her as her sister due to what she has done to her, and she does not deserve that label until she learns how to actually be a good sister.
So, I forgot about my other sister, Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine is like a house to house mostly.
Yeah, but not at my dad's.
She's mostly at her mom's house.
But she does
Jasmine
over my
is a
house,
really good
too.
sister overall. She
Yeah.
did this one thing that I was a little weirded out by. I left my phone with her because I wanted her to watch this TikTok. And when I came back, she was off TikTok and in my messages.
So
She crossed that boundary that she shouldn't have crossed.
So when So
But it's
she's
fine.
overall a good sister.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I would say she's
sister.
right next to my brother after Jesse.
She's not your brother. He's not your brother, right? Wait, no. Oh, you're talking about like Daniel.
Duh. Yeah, she doesn't touch my dad's anymore. My dad doesn't even bother her. She tries to.
I think she's above Daniel because she's a girl.
Hmm.
I know some people might be like boys are stronger than girls, but have you ever been on a period before, dudes? Shut up. Because
But
if a girl's on her, if a girl's on her, can I talk,
older
please?
than my brother.
Yeah. Also, because if a girl's on her period and you piss them off, there's a possibility that they will murder you.
Yes.
Like, it's very possible. Most of the time when female serial killers kill somebody, it's why they're on their period.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's always on her period.
Yeah.
We're talking about an anime.
We're talking about. Yeah. We just don't need to know that anime does. It has like.
We're not talking about the
Stuff.
anime. It's definitely not child friendly.
But there's also this child-friendly show that's called Home. It's very good.
This is the movie, but okay. So we gotta wrap this up. So we'll continue about this later. What do you think? But next time it will be a therapy session towards you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so hope you guys have a sleepy day. Not actually, but that's just my slogan. So hope you guys go to sleep. Have a nice day.
Or-
Nice night, nice sleep, whatever you are.
Bye, guys.
We also select any type of country, race. We do not care who you are, as long as you're a good person.
Bye, guys.
Bye.